Welcome to good morning. Wednesday Connect class, our restorative class. I hope that your year has started off fantastic. Let's go ahead and come to our mat. So for today's class, you're going to need your bolster, that long pillow, and a blanket. The blanket is really important today. I haven't really put emphasis on using blankets as much. So today we are definitely going to use our blanket. And it is that 7 o'clock time. So let's start today in a supported butterfly pose. So take your blanket to the top of your mat and roll.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
And roll it up. So this rolled part of the blanket is going to be underneath your neck. So just keep that in mind as you're rolling it up, that you want that to not be like crazy high, because you don't want your neck to be, uncomfortable, but you want it to be rolled up high enough that it feels really, really supported. And then the bolster is going to come underneath your knees. Knees come out wide, soles of the feet come together. And let's come all the way down onto our backs and find that blanket right underneath our neck. So right at the nape of the neck, where the neck has the curve, that's where the blanket belongs. And then bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And close down your eyes. And start to focus on your breath. Noticing the natural rhythm of breath. Noticing where the breath lands. And start to notice where the breath expands and releases as you begin to deepen the breath. Breathe into the belly, breathe into the lungs. Take a moment to do a 2-word check-in here. How are you feeling in this moment? No need to rationalize how you feel. No need to judge. Just becoming aware of how you feel in this moment. Breathing into the belly, breathing into the lungs. Feeling the belly and the chest rise and fall. Taking a moment to intentionally give the mind permission to relax, and intentionally give the body permission to release. Letting everything really sink into the mat. Feeling the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. Full body breath into the belly, filling the lungs, fully expand. And then exhale, release, breathe it out. Taking a moment to acknowledge how natural and easy it is for the body to let go. Inhaling as you expand, exhaling as you release. That exhale is a natural release. What if we could let go of things, ideas, habits that don't serve us with as much ease as we exhale? To me, starting a new year, we must release and let go of the previous year in order to invite and create space for newness, for new experiences, for new you, for a new version of ourselves to emerge. Creating that space can sometimes be scary, as we often step into the unknown as we release who we believe we were. But the only way to have a new experience is to let go of what we've previously believed and done. In order to create something new, we must be willing to do things we haven't done before. We must be willing to take actions we have not taken. We must be willing to follow our intuitive guidance and align ourselves with the person that we want to become. Inhales and exhales through the nose, letting the body release, let go, and relax. Letting the spine sink into the mat. Eyes are closed. Really letting the body, giving the body permission to release. Slowly, gently bring your knees together. And we're going to move the bolster to the right hand side of the body at about hip level, extending the left leg out long. Pull your right knee up into the body, creating some slight compression in that hip flexor, and then guide your knee open to the right. Finding that bolster, letting your hip fall open, letting your spine sink into the mat, and really releasing your left glute, your left thigh. Continuing to keep the eyes closed down. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And I want you to allow yourself to believe that you can heal and let go of anything that holds you down, that weighs you down, that holds you back. I want you to believe that you can become a new version of yourself, utilizing your previous experiences to allow you to be more kind, more compassionate to others and to the world around you. Being kind and compassionate isn't just about people. It's about animals. It's about the earth, and being willing to be a good steward of the earth and take care of the world around you. Maybe that means consuming less, recycling more, reusing more, changing some habits around the house. Maybe that means being more aware of the nature and beauty around you. As we are aware, it changes the way we interact with the external world. We become more mindful. Bring your right hand to your right knee and bring that knee back through center. Use your right hand to just guide it gently. Gently pull that knee in and release it out long. Switching sides of the bolster. Now we're going to pull the left knee up and in, really giving it a good squeeze. And then guide that knee open to the left. Finding that bolster, letting your spine rest down, extending your right leg long and releasing that right leg. Deep inhale through the nose, breathing deep down into the belly, filling the lungs, fully expand. And exhale, release, breathe it out. Again, deep inhale. And exhale, release. Now, as we embrace becoming that new version of ourselves, what is the core foundation of that new version? For me, I intend in 2022 to be the most loving version of myself that I can be. Loving my partner, loving my community, and loving myself. And really aligning my actions with being that most loving version. Now I must ask myself, and I invite you to ask yourself the same. What would I change in this moment to become the most loving version of myself? Noticing the answers that very naturally and easy arise. And getting very used to asking myself that question, continuously asking that question as the year unfolds, as I continue to evolve to become and be the most loving version of myself. That can mean changing the way I see and think about myself in my own head. That can be shifting my own internal dialogue. That can also be shifting the way that I speak to the world around me. Bring that left leg through center, release it out long. Take a moment, let your hips square on the ground. Really kick through your heels, stretching, stretching, stretching. Bring your right leg up again into your chest. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, guide that right leg across your body, stacking your hips, finding the bolster on the left-hand side. You can tee out your arms here if you have space, or cactus. Practicing out your arms, seeing if you can keep your shoulders planted. It's okay if you need to lift the right shoulder off of the mat, but if you can, stay planted. Cactus arms, spine is long. Focusing on the breath, inhales and exhales through the nose. Using the exhale to release the knee little by little, more and more to the right, deeper and deeper into the bolster. as I ponder and percolate on what it means to be the most loving version of myself and what habits I need to put in place in order to support that vision. I also ask myself, what must I let go of? What must I release in order to be that version of myself? There can be blocks of energy, blocks of ideas between ourselves and love. And I truly believe that it is our job, part of our purpose of being here on this earth, in this human experience, to find and identify what those blocks are and work through them and let them go. Slowly, gently guide that right leg through center. Release it out long. Take a moment to square the hips. Taking that bolster and moving it to the left side of the body. Sorry, right side, right side. Left leg comes up and in. Give it a good squeeze. Take an inhale. Exhale as you guide your knee across your body, stacking your hips, teeing out your arms. Focusing on your breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. I invite you in this moment to ask yourself, what can I let go of? What do I need to let go of in order to be the most loving version of myself, the kindest version of myself, the most compassionate, whatever is important to you? Now you'll know when something comes up, when a trigger comes to the surface. You will feel it. You'll feel it emotionally when you touch on something, and you'll feel it physically as well. So for example, thinking to yourself, what do I need to let go of? And then thinking, do I need to let go of the idea that I am unlovable? And sitting with that for a moment and seeing how you react internally. If there is a reaction, that means that that's a trigger and that is something to let go of. And how do you let go? You say, okay, I see that this idea exists within me, and I believe that I am lovable. I believe that I am lovable. And continue to repeat that to yourself until it starts to settle and sink into your body, into your being. And that can go with any kind of idea. Identify the idea, identify what comes up, identify that trigger. Think the opposite. What do you want to be aligned with? And repeat, repeat, repeat. I am whole, I am healthy and supported. I know exactly what direction I'm going in my life. I know how to love others. So there's a few of the ideas that you may want to align yourself with when you identify what it is that that trigger is. Slowly, gently bring your knee through center, pull it up and release it out. Squaring your hips, pressing yourself up into a seat. Oof, how do you feel so far? We're going to come into a supported forward fold. So one way to do that, extend your legs out in front of you, grab that bolster, put it on top. If you have another pillow, maybe a couple pillows, extend the spine and release forward. Letting your hands fall down by your side. Sinking your chest forward, so straightening the spine and sinking the chest forward. This is gentle for the lower back, but it stretches also the hamstrings. Knowing that you can remove props as time goes on, and you may feel your flexibility increase through the posture, through the hold, and you can adjust your body as necessary. Focusing on the breath, inhales and exhales through the nose. Slowly start to lift back up. Let's remove the blanket from behind us. And let's place that underneath our knees, just a little bit of support there. Then take your bolster and extend it out behind you and lower your back down. So you want that to be quite high up. I need to adjust my candle. Don't want to on fire. So you really want your bolster to be in between your shoulders, and the only parts that you want it to be supporting are the upper back and the neck, the head. And then your arms come out wide. Your legs stay extended long. That blanket is underneath your knees. See if you can roll your shoulders away from your ears, really opening up through your chest. Closing down the eyes. starting to release and relax. Letting yourself sink. Maybe your mind starts to float away. Maybe your body starts to communicate at a deeper level. Taking a moment to acknowledge that in this moment, you are safe. In this moment, you are whole. On this first Wednesday of 2022, rather than flood your heart and mind with all of the things you want to do and feel pressured to do this year, start with what you want to feel this year instead, and then align your actions to offer you experiences to feel those things, to feel love, to feel joy, to feel alive, to feel able. Follow the feeling to the actions and choices you need to make so that this can be your life in 2022. Follow the feelings. That's a beautiful way to put becoming the most loving version of yourself. Feeling that love for yourself and for others, and changing your actions in order to do so. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, slowly, gently pressing yourself up into an easy seat. Ground down into your sitting bones as you lengthen through your spine. Bring your hands through heart center and really press your palms together. Press the fingertips together. Close down the eyes. Take a deep inhale, breathing into the belly, breathing into the lungs. Fully expand, pause at the top. And exhale, release, breathe it out, let it go. Again, deep inhale through the nose, breathing deep down into the belly, filling the lungs, fully expand, pause at the top. Exhale, release, let it go. Thank you so much for being here today, for sharing this space and sharing this practice. Do a 2-word check-in in this moment. How do you feel? Anchoring yourself into how this practice allows you to feel. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again on your mat very, very soon. The light in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light in each of you. Namaste.